Before we start the video, just a quick reminder that I do have a Discord server, so if you haven't yet, please join it. We can chat there, and also it's a good way for me to communicate with you in case something bad happens to the channel. If you're interested, the link to it is in the description. Yo, what's up guys, it's OverlordX and I, and welcome to a new Ninjago video. If you didn't hear, the first 3 episodes of Season 15 were released in French today. I did watch them, and I wanted to go ahead and discuss their individual details, as well as the reveal of the Season 15 intro. I will start with the intro, but I'll put a timestamp in the pinned comment below so you guys know when spoilers start and end, okay? Also, here is a friendly reminder that I am in a high-level French class, so I was able to understand most of the dialogue here. If you have problems understanding what was going on, you found the right channel. Anyways, let's get started. So first off, the intro. It is okay, but once again, it is one of my least favorites of the Wild Brain era. It could have been a lot better. Honestly, having these different cutscenes underwater weren't as appealing. And a part of why that is the background music. Once more, there was no weekend whip. I don't know if this means we will not get a weekend whip at all this year, but dang, that just sucks. Don't know what is going on with the fold, but hopefully we'll get one. The intros just aren't the same without a whip in the background. If we get one for both seasons 14 and 15 at the least, I'll be satisfied. But well, if we don't ever get one, I'm still happy with the Ninjago Overture, but hopefully there is a good reason. Now we'll be moving on to the spoiler portion of the video, so if you haven't seen Season 15 and want to wait to watch it in English, now is your time to click off. I'll give you a couple seconds. Alright, let's start. So, Episode 1. It starts off in a valley, which I believe might be familiar to you guys. I want to say this is the same area as the village in the valley, which you might remember from the first episode of SOG, or Season 8. Not sure though, so take it with a grain of salt. Then we meet a couple criminals and what seems to be one of those new, bigger criminal baddies like the mechanic, Miss Dynamite. She pretty much has these flamethrowers on both her forearms. She reminded me a lot of Firefly from DC. Also, she apparently works up to become one of those bigger villains, so that is why she acted a bit flattered when the ninja showed up. Honestly, I wasn't so sure of why the villains were there. I understood that the place was somewhere they thought the ninja would not find them, so they were probably trying to export their Vengestone undetected. But then again, the ninja showed up, so sorry for them. But well, Cole showed up in his dirt bike, showing us a new function it has, that being to bring the front wheel to the ground and shoot forward from the pipes on the side. Not sure what those pipes are called, you guys can clarify in the comments, but cool. And then, we had the reveal of Vengestone in the trucks. I'm honestly not surprised if Miss Dynamite is involved with the Vengestone buyer we have been talking about since Season 13, or Master of the Mountain.
Fortunately, I found a customer willing to pay dearly for it.
Nia tried to use a water tornado to knock off Miss Dynamite and the other trucks off course, but she lost control. Zane had to freeze the tornado to stop it, and he actually did the same motions as when he made the ice wall to protect him and Lloyd from Griefbringer in Season 13. I'm not surprised if Wild Brain decided to reuse the animation here. Next, the ninja had to save everyone in the village. There were a couple moments where I giggled for a bit, like when the kid Zane saved imitated him with beep boobs and the return of the chicken gag. After that, we saw the title card, and the ninja discussed with Wu about the Vengestone. Wu wasn't very happy that Miss Dynamite got away, but Nia goes on to blame herself. Then she loses control again and lets what I believe are water sprinklers on. Ouch, she must feel super bad. We then transition to a scene where Wu reads one of his father's scrolls to find some answers. Turns out this scroll had a list of all the elemental powers. But here's the catch. Water and wind were never mentioned. Yes, you heard me right. Nia and Moro's powers were not created by the first Spinjitzu Master. He goes on to say that the first Spinjitzu Master told him about how he mastered all of the elements, except he never discussed water and wind. Here's why. Those elements are commanded by Wojira. Apparently, with a combination of the two elements, they make a force to be reckoned with, the Fury of the Storm. Not 100% sure about this next part, but here is what I understood. A long time ago, the first Spinjitzu Master fought Wojira with the aid of the Merlopians, water people who lived in Ninjago before the first Spinjitzu Master's arrival. He used a Merlopian helmet and trident, which came from the bottom of the sea, while Wojira had 2 amulets. The Storm Amulet, the same one we saw in Season 14, and the Wave Amulet. After hearing this, the ninja speculate about whether Nia's loss of control over her powers are tied to Ojira and the amulets, hence the return of Rei and Maya. Before moving on, I'd like to give a huge thanks to the writers for referencing the events of Season 7 when Zane said Rei and Maya were Crux's prisoners. Thank you! It bridges the continuities of the first 10 seasons with the new era.
Ils étaient prisonniers de Crux.
Okay, On to episode 2. It didn't have much. It mainly followed Nia being angry at her mom because they never got along. The reason for this was mentioned in the last episode. Since Kai and Nia grew up alone, it was harder for Nia to grow attached to her parents. So yeah, Maya acts as the perfectionist mom, Rei gets addicted to Prime Empire, and Kai seems to accept love from both of them. Nia wonders where Zane and Pixel are, but she figures out that Lloyd and Cole were hiding that they went on a mission. This makes her feel bad, but I see why they did it. I guess they knew it was hard for her to accept that she truly lost control over her powers since she mentioned in the last episode that it wouldn't happen again. Next scene. Glad to see the return of the Shurikopter and the big samurai mech from the episode The Kaiju Protocol from season 11. I'm happy about this because it gets repetitive to see new vehicles every season. Anyways, a fight scene starts with an octopus, but then a signal in the ocean goes off, causing what I assume to be anything water and electrically related to go wild. This signal, from what I understood, was from above the surface of the sea, but it could be below. Before we move on, I just wanted to say thank you for the Misako cameo. I think she did a really good job motivating Nia. Episode 3. It starts out with the reveal of the Hydra bounty, and dang, I'm so glad it is really white. There were rumors that it wouldn't be, and white was its preliminary color. Cole and Kai remain at the monastery to protect Ninjago City, while the rest of the ninja team, decked out in new scuba suits, go to figure out what is behind the signal. Nia then complains about why Maya is being overprotective of her, and that she has been on countless dangerous missions. Predictable, honestly. Zane apparently downloaded footage of movies to make him sound like a pirate, which makes me so happy. Ninjago better reference this scene. I'll freak out.
Me senses tell me it can be a many swords. There be the fire sword, the sword of destiny, the golden cutlass.
After that is a quick JM moment where Jay comforts Nia with her concerns. Nothing much to be honest, but good content to watch. The next couple minutes of the episode, the ninja discover that someone stowed away on the Hydra bounty. Turns out Maya was there and Nia has to live with that. The end of the episode features an attack on the Hydra bounty from what I believe was a Mare guard on a manatee, causing the Hydra bounty, which was believed to be unsinkable, to lay stuck at a surface in the ocean. Overall, these were some pretty good episodes. A surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. I'm glad we got them since we went in blind without a trailer. My favorite episode so far is probably the premiere due to how much lore and plot points were introduced. The first 2 episodes of season 15 will air on Sunday in English, so stay tuned for that, as well as more unexpected episode releases, but apart from that, that's all I have to say. What are your thoughts on these episodes? Please let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching everyone, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out. Bye.